Hello, hello, hello. Happy Monday. I wanted to get on for just a few minutes and share some, as you can tell from the title, some leadership tips from the movie The Woman King. This weekend, I had the opportunity and the pleasure to go see The Woman King. If you haven't seen it as a woman, most definitely you need to go see it. And as a woman of color, you should go see it. But as I was in the movie and I was enjoying the different things that were going on, leadership lessons start popping out. I was like, oh, that's a leadership lesson. That's a leadership lesson. Showing people how to lead, how to be a leader, how different things show up. So I will start thinking, I said, I need to share these because if you have not seen it, you will walk out empowered, hopefully, because the energy was so high when I left the movies. People were walking out just talking about how good the movie was, how the action was, how things just happened to play out. But if you are not familiar with it, it is a it's based on a real life story of a woman general from the 1800s that helped to save her country, but also to become a woman king. And so that's the title, The Woman King. So, what I want to do is share with you as leaders, sometimes there's no one else like you that you become the the prototype. You become the one that other people aspire to be like. And so in this movie, which stars Viola Davis, she is the general who becomes the woman king. But she trains and she has this a group of women that she is training to be warriors just like her. And so the first lesson that stood out says leaders have vision. And there was a quote that was in the movie. It says, vision is seeing what others do not. And so as a leader, a lot of times we see things that others don't, but we have to get them on board to see what we're seeing. So as visionaries, most leaders are visionaries. We're able to see down the road, and we have to get our the people that are coming behind us to see what we see. So leaders have vision. Leaders know what need they can see ahead, and they know what needs to be done as others are following them. So, as a leader, what is your vision? What do you see? And sometimes, excuse me, you have to go on this journey alone because other people cannot see what you are seeing. People were like they didn't want to go along with the general's plan, but the king kept he knew what she was saying had some truth in it. So she had a vision. She wanted to of how she was going to get the people saved so that they can have more community. The other is leaders develop other leaders. And in this movie, you see how there were mentors along the way. There was the general, but she had placed mentors, other women who had come up the ranks. They were mentors to the new ones, the new recruits, the individuals that they had recruited to become either they went out and recruited it or people brought them in because there was one young lady, her father brought her in for the king. He wanted to give her to the king. And that caused her journey to be mentored by the general, which I don't want to ruin the twist to that whole story. But yes, leaders develop other leaders. So there were leaders and mentors within the group that were there to help develop and train the new recruits and to train one another. But leaders also create community for accountability. Even though the general was in a higher position, she had accountability people, people that would come and tell her if she was right or if she was wrong. But they wouldn't do it in front of other people. They would wait until they were in a private place and they would have accountability. They would say, hey, you need to check yourself, or you know this is right, this is wrong. So they created community for accountability. And as leaders, we have to create a community of accountability as we're creating our community. Because think about it, there's some people that we've seen that are in leadership positions that don't have accountability, and they rogue leaders. But as leaders, we want to have accountability, so we create community of accountability. I have friends that hold me accountable for what I do, what I say, and so you have to think about that. So as leaders, so three of the lessons that I got from the movie The Woman King, or leaders have vision, leaders develop other leaders, and number three, leaders create community for accountability. So if you have not seen that movie, go out and see it. As always, I want these to be short nuggets of tea. So have a sip of tea as you think about the leadership lessons that you have learned along the way.